That's a good one. That's a good one. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of Drawn Talk, and yeah, this is gonna be quite the show, honestly. This is
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on.
This is gonna be a relaxing show.
Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Basically, for the last year, I have made like no content. Literally no content. In fact, I've only made really one video, and that was a Batman video that I made, mostly because I wanted to see, like, do I still got it? Do I still got the chops to make content? And it was fun to make. I had a great time, and I haven't had time to make more. I was gonna make more. I had time, honestly, last week to make more, and I was super sick. Like, I lost my voice, couldn't do anything. Shoot, am I frozen? I'm frozen. Awesome. This sucks. Camera is frozen. Wow. Okay. That's how it is. That's how we're gonna do it. This is the day. Like, this is the day that Tyler's mental health goes to crap. This is the day that we decide that things just stop working. Awesome. We just love that, by the way. We love it when things like this happen. All right, let's try this. Let's try this, man. All right. Maybe this will work. Oh, looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. All right. No, looks like we're struggling again. Looks like our internet is struggling. What the frick, man? It's not a real stream if technology doesn't fail us at least once. Yeah, you guys just let me know in the chat. I'm going to try to keep everything focused. But, there's a chance that, I miss something. So we will see. Real quick, let's just get the early shill. Let's just get the early shill out of the way. Super Plumber Sisters 1, 2, and 3 is on Kickstarter. We have 3 days to go, and just super happy. Honestly, like, if we can get this campaign to 11K, that'd be fantastic. So link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat. This is like not working the way I want it to. Here's the link in the chat, guys. Link in the description. Honestly, I enjoy it. I like it when the campaigns hit 11K, because then Kickstarter takes their 10%, and then it's just a even 10, which is nice. But regardless, yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's be real. Let's talk, and let's talk about. Well, let me just tell you guys what's been going on. So, last year, if you don't remember, or if you're new, I had a really rough 2000. What year we're in 2024. So I had a really rough 2023, where I was working for a book publisher for 5 years, and I was working for a book publisher for 5 years, and when I started that journey, at that job, I was told that me and my partner, Clint, the guy that I was hired with, we were told we had 3 months to basically take their online store from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, and we had 3 months to do that. Otherwise, we would lose our jobs. That was legit. That was legit. So we had so much pressure to perform and do well. And so those first 3 months were a lot of work. It was really crazy, but we did it. We like by the end of those first 3 months, we had done like $100,000 in sales. By the end of the next year, we had done over $1 million in sales. Clint got promoted. He was my boss, but we were basically just a team at that point. And he was I was managing a $2 million account, and he was managing like a $3 or $4 million account. So, we really spent time, like we really dedicated a ton of our time growing like that side of the business. And it was really stressful, but I learned a ton about marketing. I was able to like take a lot of those skills and bring them to my comic stuff. I learned a lot, and I had the opportunity to learn a lot. So then comes 2024, and at the beginning of the year, I'm told that because not my account, but someone else's account, there's these three, because of their account was down, I was going to lose 20% of my pay. I think it was 20 or 25% of my pay. Being a team player, I was like, okay, that's fine. How long is this going to be? And I was told maybe a month, maybe 2. And I was like, okay, I really like this job. Sure, I'll take a 25% pay cut. And I took a 25% pay cut. And I started dipping into my savings. This is when I make the decision to like do the experiment for My Sexy Witch Academia. Thank God it did what it did, because the money that I made on that campaign was able to keep my family afloat for a while. But then it got to a point where I was like, okay, like I can't do this anymore. 2 months turned into 5 months, and I just started looking for a new job. So I quit that company and I went to work for an AI startup company, doing their marketing. And I was told I was going to have all this power, all this decision making. And when I got there, it turned out I had a boss, which is fine. You can have a boss. And I worked there for 30 days. And my boss, who was living in India at the time, he didn't turn in or post any of my marketing stuff that I had done, because I had to get all this approval, all of these hoops. They would have me change a million little things, ask me, why didn't you post this? I'm like, because I'm on my 100th iteration, because you haven't told me what to do. And so, but I made at least 100 videos for them and various marketing stuff. And my boss, Parth, he never turned it into the CEO, Dave. And then Dave was like, yo, what's our marketing doing? And Parth's like, oh, Tyler's not really doing anything. And so, and by the way, I found all of that out like 6 months later. But I got let go. I got let go. They told me, hey, like this just isn't a good fit. Like literally like 30 days in. And thank God, by the way, that like a week prior to that, I had launched Super Plumber Sisters #1, which did $20K. But I had just gotten kicked last year because like I had lost my publishing deal. A week later, I lost my job, and that sucked. And I was like, I need to find another job, but I also need to keep my family afloat. So then I launched like other books, then I launched like The Girl with the Mega Fist. I launched The Cthulhu Murders. I launched Bullet Assassin. All of these, the money from these comic books, from these Kickstarters, was literally the only thing keeping my family alive, because I was unemployed for like 6 months, and it was really bad. And Dave, the AI CEO, was like, hey, called me and goes, hey, like we found out about Parth. We found out about all these things. It was really jacked up. We kind of want you back. And I'm like, okay, like, that's cool. I was like, I'll take anything at this point. Like, even though I hate you, I'll take anything at this point because I need to feed my family. And, I just can't keep relying on making comic books. And it was really hard because like it was so like demoralizing. I did like over like 300 job applications, like 50 job interviews, and like nothing was panning out. Um, and really like the only thing I could keep doing to make money was to make a new Kickstarter account and then to start a new comic. And just like, so by the end I had like four series going, but then I realized I was like, I can't draw all of these. So then I couldn't draw all of them. So I hired an artist for My Sexy Witch Academia. I did a book, Super Plumber Sisters was Irwin. Bullet Assassin, I was able to, honestly, because of the success of Super Plumber Sisters, I was able to live off of most of that money. But then had enough to then like fund some other comic book projects that would then fund other comic book projects. And so, but Dave's like, yeah, we'll take you back. We do want to see you do a tryout for like a month. And I just wanted to be like, oh, fuck you, dude. But I was not in a situation where I could haggle or debate. And so I was like, sure. And literally the next day, I badgered, I don't know how, but I badgered this one company every single day. Give me an interview, I'm the best. Give me an interview, I'm the best. Give me an interview, I'm the best. And they finally reached out and they're like, yeah, like, let's do an interview. I did an interview. They were great. They're like, let's do a second interview. They were really bad at communicating, so I just badgered them until I got a second interview. And on my second interview, they're like, yeah, we'd love for you to be the head of our marketing. I went in the next day, toured around, and they're like, yeah, like I told them, I was like, yeah, I'd love the job. And so now I had this job, and it was like the week before Christmas. And so I was like, my Christmas present is that I have a job. But now because of all the headache of like trying to find a job and like my family, like I had a hard time with my family. Like it was really stressful. So like just some personal stuff was on the rocks. And because of that, like I wasn't making comics. Like I'd work on some of the other stuff, but I wasn't working on Girl with the Mega Fist. I was literally just too depressed to like do anything. Like I'd go down to my basement, like put out my resume like 10, 20 times, cry. It was just awful. And anyways, so I get this job, things are great. I make, and like at the time, like this job, I'm head of their marketing, but it's a new industry. I'm trying to learn things, but it was still really chill. Like I had time in the mornings to like make content and to work on my comics. And I decided like at the beginning of the year, like, because I knew I had, because I knew that I had all these comics I need to get out, I was like, okay, like I'm going to put like making content and live streaming, kind of like push that to the side, so I can get these comics put out. So, that's what was my focus. And, that by like February, after January, Girl with the Mega Fist was officially late. I wasn't even halfway done with the book. It was just bad. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to keep up with everything. And how I had set up the business was that because like Super Plumber Sisters, because of how successful it was, I was able to take some money from that and put it into My Sexy Witch, and a little bit into Bullet Assassin, and a little bit into Cthulhu Murders. And then with the Bullet Assassin, when it did well, I was able to put a little bit of that into the next Super Plumber Sisters book. And when the Super Plumber Sisters book did well, I was able to take a little bit of that and put it into this book. And then My Sexy Witch Academia does really well, so I'm able to take a little bit of that and put it in there, put into a different book. And that was just a way that I was able to constantly keep these projects going. But it's been really stressful to keep all of that up. But like I can't complain because I'm like, I still get to make money. I'm still like my family has a job. I have a job. My family's being taken care of. I'm happy, and like that's the most important thing. And then I made a lot of changes when I started working at this company, for the company, and there was like really big positive ROI, and I became like pretty close with the owner of the company, and they're millionaires. Like I'm talking about, like I see what they make every month, and they're getting $1 million a month. How crazy would that be, by the way, to get $1 million a month? But yeah, they're getting $1 million a month. And so I'm like, and so I become, they're like, hey, Tyler, you want to go out to lunch with me and we can talk? I'm like, I'm like, yeah. Hey, can I call you over the weekend? And I have some ideas, and I'd say yes to everything because, when you know people that are like this, you just want to be you want to have the opportunities that they could potentially present to you. And so I just kept saying yes to all these things. And in like March, and keep in mind, I'd only been working at this company for like 3 months, but I'd already traveled a ton. Anyways, by March, they're like, hey, like I have all these other companies. The owner goes, hey, I have all these other companies and I have all these future ideas. Do you want to be part of this? And I was like, well, what's that mean? He goes, I want to start a marketing company that's going to basically fuel all of my other businesses. And I was like, yeah, like that sounds great. Like, let's just talk this through some more. And, so for a month, we just were going back and forth, just like figuring out things and coming up with ideas, basically dreaming. And finally he's like, hey, I'm ready to pull the trigger on this. And I said, well, I can't do this. He's like, I don't think I can. I told him I can't do this unless I bring my friend Clint from my previous company. And he's like, well, bring him. And I texted my friend Clint. And I was like, hey, like, do you want to do this? And I went out to dinner. I took him out to dinner. And he's like, yeah, let's do this. Like what? Like he was already planning on leaving the publishing company soon. He's like, so let's see what we can do. And so Clint's very first day was with me on an airplane going to Miami for some like big conference, and then we were with both of the owners of the company I was working at, and getting all these ideas, and they're like, Tyler, like I'm really gonna put my trust into you running this company with Clint, but like a lot of the responsibility on the day-to-day stuff is with Clint, but most of like the big managing stuff for the company is with me. And so I said yes, and he gives me $100,000. He gets me an office. He gets me equipment. He gives me a credit card that's got a limit of $5,000 a day, and it's like here's your initial startup costs right here. Make it happen. Like, this is me, like, so here I am, someone who the year prior was scrounging for cash at all points, and like had been on welfare for 1 week before I finally got hired. And now I'm just given a credit card that's got a limit of $5,000 a day. And then like given access to a bank account that's got hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he's just like, you're in charge of marketing. You're in charge of both these companies, Tyler, my main company and this one that you're building. And so I was like, this is crazy. This is nuts. And, when you're in this dreamer stage, he's an awesome guy, but man, he give me some like dreamer ideas of like, this is going to be easy, that we're going to be able to do this. And I hired then like 4 other people on this team. And it has been like, we were told this was going to be easy, this idea that he had for all this marketing, and it's not been. It has been so freaking hard. And there's been a ton of ups. No, sorry. There have been a ton of downs and very few ups. I mean, we were in a marketing meeting yesterday for 5 hours going through every single thing, because like we needed to make sure that this one particular client was actually successful. And, I've got people that now work under me who are like, hey, Tyler, like, am I ever going to get a raise? And I'm like, bro, like, we've only been doing this for 3 months. Like, chill out. And it is like, I wake up, I go to this place. I'm not even doing a lot of marketing stuff. Like my job really is I'm managing everyone, and I'm saying, hey, we need to do this. This is how we need to do it. And then I'll have them do it. And then when I'm done, when like the day is done, I'll then come home and then I will actually then look at what everyone else is doing. And so then I'll like work for 8 hours there after being like, do it this, do this, do this, do this. And then I'll come home, hang out with my family, and then I'll go, okay, sweet, let me see what everyone was doing today. And let me fix everything. Let's go into the details. Like, oh, why did he do this marketing automation like this? Oh, why did he do the subject line like this? Oh, why is the text looking like this? Oh, why did the graphic designer that I hired put the text right here? Let me redesign this stuff. And so and then I have to come back and when we do like these meetings, oh, how come like you changed my ad? Well, the reason I didn't change your ad, I changed your ad is because like this, and like it's not going to convert. And then it's like, okay, like Tyler, you need to like I'm in charge of like right now I am like in charge of like three different companies' marketing efforts, along with the one that I run. I mean, like not just marketing, but sales. Like I am traveling all the time, meeting with clients, be like, how can we get your business? I am going to other places and like schmoozing my way through. Like I am having to present myself like freaking Harvey from Suits and being like, this is how if you choose me, your business is going to win. And I'm having to do some crazy creative deals. Like, hey, I represent this company, but they are separate. If you use my marketing company, I'll make this other company, sponsor your marketing money so that you don't have to pay for the advertising, but in return you have to buy all of your stuff from this separate company so that all three of us win. And it's just finding all these different creative ways to sell stuff. And I'm not just selling like a water bottle. I'm not selling like when I'm talking to these people, I'm making $100,000 contracts. Like, hey, if we can do this, like you're going to be paying this company $50,000 a month. You're going to be doing $100,000 a month with this company and paying this other, and then this one will pay us $10K and then this one will pay you $30K, but then you're going to pay. So like, I went out with like and so I guess my point is saying this is like, this is what's been going on with me for the last year. This is the reason why I haven't been making content. This is why I am like just so exhausted all the time. This is why I'm not like active on Twitter, or I'm putting stuff out on Twitter like, hey, like why are people like, what's going on with the Eric July stuff? Because like the last thing that I saw was Isom and something else, and then some other drama with Riley or Young Clip or whatever, and then like I just went off the map and I don't follow it. So I'm like, when I come back to Twitter, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And people are like, oh, aren't you in the loop? It's like, no, I'm not in the loop. Like I don't know what's going on, because I'm not on my phone. Like if I'm on my phone, I'm trying to talk to 20 different people, and having to remember their names and how I can get a deal from 5K to 10K or just 1K. And it's super stressful. And then and not just that, but like I stress about my own livelihood and my family, but then it's like, now I've got like the responsibility, I have an employee who's like, hey, Tyler, like, how's the business doing? Because I'm trying to get a loan for a house. And so I need to like show the financials and blah, blah, blah. And like, am I going to have a job like for another 6 or 8 months because I need to be able to like show that I can pay my mortgage? And it's like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like that's important too. So let me like work out things with the accountant. Let me do like, make sure that we're always in the green. So basically that's where I've been. Like I haven't and I only told one person. I told Animane about this like a month or so ago. Cause like I was like, man, I really want to make content. I really want to do more marketing. But I just haven't had time. I haven't had time to do it, and I'm slowly getting back like to it. Like once I finish some of these series, Like once I finish Super Plumber Sisters and like Irwin is on the final like 10 pages of chapter 4 and then that series is done, like that's a series off my plate that I don't have to worry about again, except for like the Kickstarters, but like at least like the art is done, and then we'll finish up Bullet Assassin next year. And I just want to get to the point where it's just Girl with the Mega Fist, My Sexy Witch Academia, and then like I have some one-shot ideas, but that I'll probably just draw. But like I want to get back into drawing. Like I haven't really drawn, like I gray tone the pages that like Tommy and Irwin do, but like I want to get back into drawing these books. Bancroft, are you personally making good money again? If so, why not pull back a bit from the comics to a more reasonable pace? Well, so that's the thing. Like, I am making good money. Like my family, we're not hurting, but at the same time, like we're not like where I want to be. Like we're in a good place, but we're not where I want to be. And but I also like I can't change the pace of where I am with my comics until I finish these series. And the reason why was because so like let's say for Super Plumber Sisters 2, or let's say Super Plumber Sisters 2, it does well, so I use the money from Super Plumber Sisters 2 to the money from Super Plumber Sisters 2 that money was used to pay for the shipping of Bullet Assassin and then the production of Super Plumber Sisters 3. And so like I've just been in this cycle of use the money from one campaign to then fund the next like 2 or 3 campaigns and maybe the one behind it as well. So I'm always in this bringing cash, spend cash, bringing cash, spend cash, so that I can get these projects going. Like, and I learned that from the book publisher that I worked at, where we would have one book in January do really well, and that book in January would pay for some of the books in December, and then some of the books in March and April. And that's how you're able to keep the publishing going, is you have the success from this book over here. And so like the pace of the comics can't really change right now. Luckily with this Super Plumber Sisters campaign, it like things will finally be at an even. They were at one point, and then they were at one point earlier this year, but then I miscalculated something, and so this campaign right here will even things out, which is great. But yeah, but kind of what you're saying is pull back. I want to in 2025. I want to pull back the comic stuff. Like I want to finish Super Plumber Sisters, and I don't want to replace that series with another series. I want to finish Bullet Assassin and not replace that with another series. Like I did 4 or 5 series constantly going, because at the time that's the only way that I could bring in money for my family when I was unemployed. I had to keep releasing a new book to bring in cash for my personal life. Now that I don't need the comics to pay for my life, I can scale it back a bit. So but also like I'm still doing fine. I'm just tired. Like the only thing that's really hurting, like, isn't my comics or my production. The thing that's really hurting is the content. I'm not putting out content. I'm not reaching new readers. I'm not growing. Like I think that's the thing that's hard, is I'm not growing. And that's been a struggle for me, is that I haven't had the time to make these videos like I used to. Like I used to record like 2 or 3 videos a week like it was nothing. And now I'm not. You know, I would love to though, but right now my big focus is this marketing company that I'm running. Like I need it to be successful, and I also need the other companies that I'm in charge of to be successful. So like even right now, like everyone was like, I put out the goals for November, and everyone's like, how come like we're at like how come like our company is at the bottom? I'm like, because if these two companies at the top that I'm running don't do well, then this bottom company, the one that we are, is probably not even going to be around in like 4 months. So if we can prove that we can do well with these two companies, it's a lot of politics as well. Like, I'm playing a lot of chess. I'm saying, like, I'm having to say this to like, I'm literally like, if you've ever seen the show, we got Travis here. How you doing, Travis? If you've ever seen the movie, the TV show Mayor of Kingstown, I'm literally Jeremy Renner's character, where I'm trying to appease so many people in order to keep like peace, but I also have to like produce, and it's stressful. Aljamil, drama is drama, but there are truths to it. Basically, creating drama for money versus actually running a business and marketing for money. That's fair. We got Dakari the Professor here. We got Ichthus. We got Storm Corey. We got Ethereal Dragon. We got I can never say that. Travis, more money, more problems. But yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, I don't know, like I don't regret saying yes to the offer. Like I don't regret saying yes to starting this company for someone. Like, I thought it was a great I still think it's a great opportunity. Like, someone wants to give me $100,000, a credit card with the 5K limit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. But now there's like so much pressure to like get that person's investment back. Bancroft, I'm in the same boat, struggling to manage production alongside finding new readers. Sounds like you're still building the new business up. It could be a while before you get back to making content. Exactly. And like, the only way that I found that I could even do content is like, I could hire an editor. I could find an editor to edit stuff, and then I just have to like write the scripts. And that's probably the best way to do. I mean, guys, my Batman video, I was in LA when I made that video. So like, all the parts that you saw of me was AI. I've cloned myself in my studio, and then the AI, if I talk, will just match my audio with my voice. So like, that's kind of like, that's the precaution. That's like, not the precautions. Those are the steps that I've taken in order for me to make more content. Is I've cloned myself in AI, so that if I record audio, I can then send that audio, the AI video of me will then connect the two, and then I just have to like edit like the panels that show it. I've also AI cloned my voice. Like, I haven't, like, that other channel that I have that said that does like 100,000 views, like, all like those YouTube shorts, like, that's just AI versions of my voice. Like, I type up the 30-second script, and then my voice is generated in AI. Like, I gave AI 3 hours worth of my video, of my audio. What the F? So we are going to either have fake live or fake Tyler. Well, I don't think we're going to do fake live. I like real live, but yeah, there's probably going to be some fake Tyler. There's going to be fake Tyler. Like, yeah, like that Batman video, that was AI. Like, I filmed a 5-minute video of myself, and then AI was trained. I trained AI on that. So now that if I record audio, it will sync that audio with the video. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm using, because like, I'm traveling so much. So I'm like, how do I make content when I'm traveling and I'm in my hotel room? I don't have any of my camera gear. I don't have any of my microphones. I finally built out this studio. I can't even freaking use it. So this means we're talking to fake Tyler. Yeah, exactly. I did go to an AI conference though. It was crazy. with all that you have on your plate, slowing down on YouTube might be a nice break. Well, here's the thing, like I haven't even been existent on YouTube this year. What I really want, Aljamil, truthfully, is I want to finish off these series that I have going so then I can get back to doing more YouTube, because the thing is I just haven't been growing the business like the comics business like I need to. And here's the thing, like I know like the other business isn't, like I know my main job is important and like I'm hustling, but coming home to make comics and to read comics, literally like that is right now like the only thing keeping me sane sometimes, is coming home and just being able to like make a story or draw or read something. Like I've literally just been like, there's been nights where I just sit here and I'll like just read comics, or like I've been watching Frieren. I love Frieren. So, but yeah, so that's where I've been. Full disclosure, the reason why I haven't been very active in the indie community, the reason why I haven't been active on YouTube is all of my time has been either making the comics, fulfilling the comics. Like I just finished fulfilling My Sexy Witch Academia. I've got like 8 more packages that I've got to send out to the post office on Monday. But all my time really has been building up this marketing company where I'm basically the owner operator of it, and while also running 2 other businesses for someone. Let me tell you guys something. Like, these guys are millionaires. And they have entrusted me with the success of basically all of their businesses. And so it's just a ton of pressure. It's a ton of pressure. So like I'm always exhausted, and then coming home like to make comics is like it's the thing that makes me happy, but also at the same time I'm like, I've got to get these books out to the readers. I have to get these books out to the readers. Aljamil, just treat your YouTube channel as a retreat then. No shame in that. Yeah, that's why I've been doing the lives and just only the lives, cuz I'm like it's not low effort, but it's low effort. Like that's why so many comic book people do live shows. It's low effort. You just hit the record button and you start talking. It's a lot more effort to write a script, record it, and edit it nicely. But that's actually the stuff that grows your channel. That's the stuff that I want to do more of. So, but yeah, like I'm going to be treating Draw and Talk as like the retreat. That's a great way to put it. I've got this other channel though that I plan on posting more videos on. I already have the script written for the first video. I just need to I just need to say it, use my AI clone to put myself for the A roll, and then I think I might find a video editor to like edit like 3 of my videos a month. Maybe I can find one for like, I don't know, $200 or $300 a month on Fiverr. Who knows? But yeah, that's what's going on. I think another thing as well that's hard is this kind of shit drives me crazy, and if I offend anyone here, I truly apologize. I'm gonna say an opinion that I've said multiple times. I've been doing comics for 10 years. I've seen a lot of people. What's it called? I've seen a lot of creators come and go. I've seen a lot of creators not do anything for their marketing and still like, also I'll just say this. Something that drives me absolutely crazy is, and there's nothing wrong with it, it just drives me personally crazy, is I get so mad at the creators who, when they launch a book, I see them on the YouTube live stream tour. And they come out of the woodworks and they go and like, they don't talk to you for several months. And then they just come out and they go, "Hi, I'm here to like, I've seen you've built a community or a YouTube show. Can I jump on yours?" And like, it's one thing if it's one thing if the creator is constantly making, if they have their own YouTube channel or their own podcast and like, and they can go like that's one thing. But when they don't have their own platform and they're constantly jumping on other people's, and I've seen them do it for several years, it drives me up a fucking wall. It drives me up a fucking wall. And I think a big reason why is because it's like, like, hey, can I come on your show? And if I've responded sometimes like, do you have a show I can go on? Oh, I know I don't have time to go on. I don't have time to make a show. It's like, okay, well, like, neither do I, but I'm trying. So you don't want to bring me on. And I've said this, so I've said this opinion so many times. And I mean, let's see if I can pull this up. Like, this is a private DM. I hid the person. It's someone, this person actually found me. Like, I was talking to them through Facebook, and then they found me. I was like, listen, I don't really interact on Facebook very much. I'm mostly on Twitter, but like, please leave me alone. So let's see if I can. So this is a DM. I just took a screenshot. This is on Saturday. It's like, I've reached out to you multiple times and you continue to ignore me. It's a pretty simple ask. Most creators with YouTube shows host other creators to let them promote their books, but for some reason you think you are above it. And I wrote, like, have you ever thought, and like, keep in mind, like, this is already me with like my limited time and stuff. Like this month I'll be out of town for 2 weeks. This last month I was out of town for 2 weeks. So it's like, I barely have time like to even do my own stuff. So I responded like, have you ever thought of that? Maybe I'm not interested in streaming with you. Maybe I don't want to promote your book. Maybe I don't have time to stream with you based off of the time frame of your campaign. Like, that's another thing. It's always like they never ask to come on when they don't have something to promote, just to have like a good conversation. But like, there are several creators that I see who like, I only see them pop up when it's the promo train, and oh, it drives me crazy. And then I just say like, you're not entitled to anything I've built for myself. And it says you are fucking selfish then. And like, you know, I threw my phone after that. But that, like, that's the stuff that just, it was Tony James, isn't it? No, Tony, I haven't talked or heard from Tony. I think we both still blocked each other. Tony has his Star Noir right now. And it's doing very well. So very, like, congrats to him on its success. Bancroft, he was actually, there was Bancroft. He was actually on Bancroft tonight. Him and his mustache. But Bancroft, the YouTube stream promotional network, is pretty much defunct at this point. It's just small group factions now. Just jumping on streams doesn't bring in that much these days. No, it doesn't. But it's still just like, I still see people doing it. I still get messages like, hey, can I come on? Hey, I come on. Hey, I have a... It I just get... I don't know. And maybe, like, it's hurting me now, like, more. Like, I'm old, like... Like, right now at work, I'm the one that everyone goes to solve the problems. Like, Tyler, I need you to do this. Tyler, can you do this? Tyler, is this possible? Tyler. And then it's always then, you know, and then, you know, you have some of the comic, and then I have like comic book people who don't talk to me ever, but then they come and Tyler, and it's like, yo, like, can someone like give me, like, I like how I feel something, like, can someone give me something? Like, do you ever just not want anything from me? Like, that's a feeling that I have constantly. It's like, do you ever just like not want to take something from me? Do you ever want to ask like, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, like, what books are you reading? Or, hey, do you want to come on my show? But they never have a show. And so it's just, I don't know. It's just making me so much colder as a creator that I'm like, and then people are like, oh, like, Tyler's not part of the indie comics. He's not supporting others. It's like, Let's see. Oh, we got Nicholas Mueller in the house. How you doing, man? Going to be catching the replay. I want to jump in and say, keep up the good and hard work, but hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Algebra Tyler, I need you to promote my new Mankey swimsuit calendar. There we go. Mankini. People promoting their shit like it's still 2021. Yeah, exactly. Travis Gibb, I want to put out for the record that every group or Discord community I have you leave also because of stupid people. Dude, I've like thought about asking you for that code again to rejoin your Discord, and then I don't know. I just get scared of interacting with other creators. Maybe I will when the election is done. Who knows? Stormcore, these people will still be here in 5 years blaming everything but themselves for why they can't reach their funding goal. Ectus, I don't know why it's not like they will bring their audience to the host show, so really who is benefiting from who? Algemil, don't feel bad, Tyler. People need to learn to market and stay on their own. Streaming networks aren't going to save them. Marsha. Nicholas, the best part of making comics is the creative freedom and telling stories, but marketing and drama farmers can be drowning. Yeah, no, exactly. Kovas, look at you can call on my show anytime. I appreciate that. I learned so much from your channel. I appreciate that. I don't even have time to go on other people's shows, but I appreciate being asked. This has been my anthem for a few months. This is why on my off days I'm antisocial as heck. No one better contact me. Got Mr. X in the house. Howdy. Yeah, like seriously, like my phone is like has blown up on we use WhatsApp. So like my WhatsApp is just always going. Like I've got employees. Tyler, what do you think about this? Tyler, can I do this? Tyler, how can I do this? Tyler, can I have a day off? Tyler, can I leave for work early? Tyler, can I come in? Tyler, blah, blah, blah. Tyler. It's like, Tyler, can I get a raise? No. Tyler, can we do this? No. Tyler, how come we're not making enough money? Tyler, blah, blah, blah. How come we're not doing this? I'm like, Comics, man. They are hard. Yeah, this was here. I'll show. Let's pull it up real quick. I'll show you the AI. Let's see. Is this even pulling? We're not getting audio. Me wrong. This is an interesting take, and for Scott and Nick to do this in a different universe. All right, so this next part is AI outside of the main canon should put hardcore fans at ease. After all, this is just an Elseworld story. You can either enjoy it or don't, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really count. Besides Scott's story decisions and messaging potentially being a problem for me personally, another problem that I had with this book was Nick's art. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad or ugly, but I felt like Nick didn't shine in this. I've seen his work in other comics, and I felt like his pages lacked the energy. I think it wasn't bad. There were some still really cool moments. Like there's a sequence where Batman takes his ears off and uses them as batarangs. That was not crazy. Not crazy. Like that wasn't like I was in LA when I made this video, so I was not in my studio. This is not real. It's actually my voice, though. I brought my microphone to my hotel room and recorded the audio and then used this AI version of me. But yeah, it's nuts. Bancroft, if you ever get some time and want to come on and chat about the growth of digital comics, that'd be cool. Yeah, dude, I'd love that. We'll have to figure that out when I'm like not traveling. Bancroft, I'm planning on reincorporating digital into my customer acquisition strategy. Yeah, I need to do more digital as well. Like I think I finally like figured out a way I can do like format the comic for digital. Or maybe it's so hard though. But yeah, I agree with you, Bancroft. I got to figure that out. Aljamil, if I had a project, I would think that learning and adapting to marketing trends for promotion would be fun. A lot of work, but if it is a hobby and not a job, then no harm. Caden Sketch, that AI Tyler is scary good. Oh, dude, you guys should see the other ones I've got. Like, this was version 1. I've got like 5 or 6 versions now. Most of the time I listen to your videos whenever I go out to go work. It's crazy that AI even catches your pronunciations and mannerisms. Well, though, so this is an AI. This voice is an AI. Like this, I actually recorded the audio for this video. So the only thing that's actually AI is the video. Is that, if that makes sense? Just dropping some money for your next drink, by the way. Nice AI. Hey, Cryogenic Gamer, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate that. Let's see if it says, let's see what happens if I press this. This doesn't do anything. What happens if I press this? Okay. Doesn't do anything. Whatever. Thank you so much for the 20. I don't know, should I dance? Thank you for the 20. I really appreciate it. Did it auto do the Batman, or did you have to upload and edit? No, so like I still edited everything. So like I still edited everything. I wrote the script, I read it, I read the script, I recorded the audio, I fed the audio to the AI version of myself to make AI Tyler video. Then I put AI Tyler video into my editing software, and then I put the panels in. I just got done reading Absolute Batman by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. Now, this isn't the Batman that you're familiar with, nor is this Batman in the main universe. This Batman is in the Absolute universe, where everything is I still edited all these what clips. You're used to. This is a complete reimagining of the character and characters in the DC universe, and it's very interesting. And before we get into this video, I just want to let you know that there will be major spoilers. Okay, here we go. First off, in this universe, what AI tool did you use? I'm going to keep that a secret, but there are a lot of AI video tools that you can use. They all cost a lot of money, so you'll have to, like, there's no free video AI tool that's going to be able to do this. Like, it's going to cost you some money. I figured it's worth it since I don't have time to make these videos. What's up, Caden Sketch? Great stream last night. I'm listening to the stream and replay for some parts I missed out. Oh, Caden, dude, Sketch, you live stream? Dude, hit me up with the YouTube channel. And also congrats on your first campaign. Guys, Caden Sketch did over $21,000 on their first campaign. Just freaking nuts. Freaking nuts. Caden also says that AI Tyler is scary good. Yeah, man, like, it's nuts. and I'm curious to see if they eventually I've got to be a superhero. Like, turn look into at this. This was pretty good. And I'll say this. I'm very much interested in the social dynamic that Bruce has with his friends. I'm curious to see if they eventually turn into the villains. And I want to see that drama, with Bruce's internal struggle of like, no, like, I've got to be a superhero, and why are my friends being bad? Like that stuff. Like, that's like the fact that that's AI right there is nuts. Interests me, and like, that's what I'm really excited for. But what are your thoughts on this Absolute Batman? Is this something that you want to check out? Yes? No? Maybe? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Interesting. AI man. It's nuts. What else is going on, guys? I just looked at my screen. I never tweeted out that I went live, so oops. My bad. Let's see. Let's do one more discussion point. Several poll respondents refer to manga that get digital/ebook releases, not print, as being in digital jail. In Japan, digital manga sales are 65% of the Japanese market, and it's up to 80% in Korea. Any theories on why North American readers aren't following this trend? So this is the comic book market sales in Japan, and you can see that print is going down, while like print is going down, digital is going up. One thing to note though, and I saw this once, is like even though digital sales are going up, that the book sales are still dominating in terms of revenue. So like just because the quantity is going up in terms of how many copies are being bought digitally doesn't mean that reflects in the revenue. The revenue is still primarily made in the physical market. And then the manga market is expanding both in Japan and internationally, whereas it's still not happening very much in North America. Like people are not digging reading digital comics in America. And I thought some of these respondents were interesting. You have Juan Albran, which he's now a published manga creator. I think he's in Brazil, but his stuff is in Japan. Says, in addition to what others said, I think U.S. readers prioritize the book, the physical object, because they want to own/collect, while Japan readers are more concerned about reading story without collecting necessarily. People read on their phones at the train and restaurants. Miles' lack of trust in digital platforms, keeping things around that were paid for, seen as too slow compared to bootleg options and too dispersed. This was a good one. If they're like me, they have grown more skeptical of digital content, possibly because of the fall of Comixology, as well as the constant rising prices of streaming and other services. The pendulum is swinging back to physical media. Like someone said, lack of trust and ownership of digital version. Digital price is considered too expensive to the online manga community. In certain regions, they are priced the same as physical. Like for me, I will buy an indie creator's book digitally, and there are some comics that I will buy digitally, but really I would rather read them on an app, which is why I subscribe to Manga Plus, I subscribe to Shonen Jump, I subscribe to Global Comics. If you want to subscribe to Global Comics and you want 30% off, let me know. I'll get you a code. I've had like a ton of people reach out to me and get a code for me. I'll get you 30% off. But like we're seeing this. We're seeing physical comics like DC Comics. They're making their books smaller, like a 6x9, which means it's cheaper to print, and they're pricing them competitively with manga. We're seeing a rise in digital comics with like Webtoon, Tapaz. I think it's the buying aspect that isn't catching on. The buying of a digital comic, but we'll stream a digital comic. And I think that might be the difference, is we're not going to buy a digital comic from like the big two, but we'll stream it. Like I'll get the DC app and I'll read all of Batman and I'll stream it that way. Or I'll get Global Comics and I'll read all of these Image books, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to stream it. And if I actually want it, I'll buy the physical. Aljamil, I've seen a lot of indie creators changing their tunes on digital and manga-sized comics. You were way ahead of the curve, Tyler. Oh, I appreciate that. I normally am. If you want to tap the Eastern market, then you need digital. It's true. Like you need digital. Like there's one creator I'm seeing right now. Their campaign might fail, and zero digital options. And they're very anti-digital. We don't do it digital. Well, the fact that, like, why don't you have a digital option? No digital options. And, their campaign probably will fail. I hope it doesn't, but there's a big chance it does. Have you had time to watch Dawn to Dawn? I haven't. Like, what I have watched recently is I'm currently on Free Rent. I'm almost done with that. I think I have like 4 episodes left. I've been watching The Lioness on Paramount. That's fantastic. I watched The Mayor of Kingstown. I've been watching basically all those Taylor Sheridan Paramount Plus shows. Those make me happy. All right. Sorry the show was such a downer. I really am. Yeah, I really am sorry that this show was a downer. I just wanted to be real, just say what's up with you. I just want to say what's up. Like this is what's going on with me right now. I'm just super busy. I'm trying to stay afloat. Try not to like kill myself. And I say that joking. I would never. I would never. But you know, sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, fucking kill me right now. Like I remember. It was 2-3 weeks ago. I was in Atlanta. No, I was going to New Orleans. I go on my plane. I turned my phone off. Normally I get the internet on my phone so that I can like keep up with like work and what's going on. But I decided for this like 3-hour flight, I think it was like 4 or 5 hour flight. I was not going to have the Wi-Fi on my phone. So I turned it off. I watch my show. I land. I turn it all on. And I turn my phone on. And my phone is just blowing up at all angles from every single person. Tyler. I get on a phone call with someone. They're like, hey, I need you to redesign this thing right now. And I'm like, okay, frick, like, call one of my employees. Hey, I need you to resign this now. Like, it needs to be done in 45 minutes. Send it to me as fast as you can. Get another one. Hey, we need to rebuild a whole new like platform, blah, blah, blah. And like, then I got 5 more phone calls, 3 more text messages. And I'm just like I put in like my Bluetooth, my AirPods, and I'm walking through the Atlanta airport talking like just phone call and be like, hey, so-and-so, do this, get back to me in 10 minutes. Go to the next person on my phone. Hey, it's Tyler. Go do this. Hey, go. Then once I'm done, go to the next person. Hey, do this. The client wants this. Get it done now. And I did that for like 10 different phone calls. And then I get back on my flight. Then I get on my next flight. And I'm just like, I cannot just have one fucking day of peace, can I? So yeah, it's hectic. I've always thought of digital first because of classic webcomics before webtoons. Oh yeah, for sure. Stormcore, it'd be like that sometimes. The life of creators is rarely glamorous. Oh yeah, for sure. Dakar, honestly, I usually go with the digital books first for indie creators. I don't know, it's usually cheaper. Oh yeah, like I think that's a good idea, especially if you're wanting to test the waters. It's all good, bro. Keep pushing. Appreciate the Algemail. You're informing backers. No harm in that. Yeah, like, I have 2 more books to fulfill this year, and those will be Bullet Assassin 2 and The Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 4. I'm hoping I can get those fulfilled this year. Like Girl with the Mega Fist is a printer thing. I'm waiting for the printer to like accept my files, and then we'll go forward. And then Bullet Assassin, same thing. Like, I'm like, really, how it's looking is I might be fulfilling those in January next year. So we'll see how those go, but I'll keep everyone informed. Kane Sketch, we're having a bummer goose time today, boys. We are. I'm just tired. And you know what else, guys? Can I just say this? I'm a fucking pussy. I want to watch Longlegs. Have you guys heard of that movie Longlegs with Nicolas Cage? I want to watch Longlegs. But every time I watch the trailer, I get so freaking scared. I get absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. So I haven't watched it. And I went to watch it last night. And then I watched the trailer one more time. And I got so scared that I went, nah, I'm not going to watch this. And it's 9 o'clock. It's 9:50 right now. I'm trying to debate do I go watch Longlegs, or do I maybe just sit down here and I play some backyard baseball? Maybe I'll play some backyard baseball. That's what I'll do. I'll put on, or maybe like, Maybe there's a new episode of The Lioness I can watch. I love that show. Where the frick is it? Anyways, now you guys know why I'm a little down every now and then lately. Nope, no new episode. That sucks. Oh look, we just hit the 48 mark. So we'll see how this goes. I'm curious where this is gonna land. Cause like we have like this one ended at 12,289, but we're clearly not gonna like this series is clearly going down. But it's interesting, like here's some like inside baseball. So like you have Super Plumber Sisters 1. But then people bought number 1 here, here, and here. And then you have Super Plumber Sisters 2. But then I had people buy Super Plumber Sisters 2. I had so many people buy Super Plumber Sisters 2 here. Like this was Super Plumber Sisters 2 was one of the main add-ons on this book. So like, oh, it only did like 518 backers and 12,289. But like really with the like because of this, I probably sold like 80 copies of Super Plumber Sisters just in this campaign. And then I probably sold another like 20 or 30 Super Plumber Sisters 2 on this campaign. And then with this, I've sold like 10 Bullet Assassin 2s on this. So like it's interesting how or like I sold a ton of Bullet Assassin 1s in this campaign. And so it's just like people are realizing like, okay, even if I don't get it on this campaign, I know he's going to throw it in the add-ons in the other campaigns. Stormcar, it takes balls to be transparent like this. Maybe. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I've always tried to keep most of my personal shit hidden. But I mean, I'll be honest. I've been a wreck the last couple, probably 2 weeks, like in my car, like crying, mostly like in like an effort to stabilize myself. Like I'll go on like my lunch break like I'm in charge. I'm in charge. I can come in when I want. I can leave when I want. But like I'll just sit in my car and just be like fuck, like what am I gonna do? Like how am I gonna do this? Because it's strange to have so many people's livelihoods in my hand while at the same time like constantly worrying about like my own and stuff, my own sanity. So that's where I'm at, guys. So we're still good. Honestly, like I said, like the only thing that really keeps me sane lately is making comics and reading them. So like that's what makes me happy. So we'll see. I thrive off of this though. I thrive off of pressure. If I didn't have pressure, I would actually lose my mind. Like I would feel lazy or I'd be like restless. So I kind of like having a feeling of a gun to my head. But sometimes it gets to me, and it's gone to me with not being able to put out as much content as I wanted to, or the marketing I want. Cause like I know what it takes to market, and it sucks that like I haven't been doing all the marketing that I want to do. So and this is why. Don't worry, guys. It's a squirt gun. Yeah, see, diamonds are made under pressure. I say that all the time. They're like, Tyler, don't you feel pressure? I'm like, diamonds are made under pressure. And I'm like, get to work. Think of the Canadians. I fucking hate Canadians. Life has all kinds of sizes of mountains. You are just on a journey up one right now. The thing with mountains is that they do have a summit, and then it's all easy downhill. Can't wait for that downhill, man. Here's the thing, guys. Like, if I can pull off running these 3 different companies, like no joke, if I can pull off running these companies, like I get paid an all right salary. But I've been given some pretty good equity in all these companies if I can make it happen. And so that's kind of like the big thing right now is like, and I'm not even talking about like a single digit percent equity. I've been given like double digits of equity in these companies. And so it's like, if I truly can make this work, like it's life changing. And it's funny because I was like, man, my friend's like, yo, Tyler, we hit these numbers. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm hiring a full-time like draw and talk employee. That's what I'm doing. And they're going to fulfill all my books, and they're going to gray tone all the books. So, and then they're going to help me with the content. But yeah. We'll see how they go. Takari, that sometimes we can be our own worst enemy and biggest supporter. You can run these companies in the good directions. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's so weird, man. Like this industry that I'm in, like I didn't realize how human it was. Like I come from like such straight digital marketing, like build up an audience, put an email out, and people will buy. I'm just so used to like throwing shit on the internet. People will buy. And in this industry, it's throw out content in the internet so people know you exist, and then you actually have to meet with the person, talk with them. It might take several months of convincing them, and then they give you all the money. So I didn't realize that for the first like several months of doing this. So it's so relationship based, and basically what I'm doing with you guys now, I'm doing with these people. So, all right, let's find some like good outro music so that we can maybe leave on a high. Let's see. This one's called Flight of the Inner Bird. No, this is going to be lame. Nope. No More Light. There we go. That's Long Legs. That's basically Long Legs. Ew. Well, what's this? No Cap?
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the show. Part 2 we don't need no pause. You Misty, we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real.
There we go.
Copy my steel. Copy my steel.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great night.
No cap, I'm real.
I'll see you guys next week.
Copy my steel.
Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Get us every day. Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Get us every day. This sound like Argentina. Had to fist my demeanor. No, they don't want me breathing. Still I rose like diamonds. Got on 3 Jesus pieces, looking like Jay-Z and Yeezy. So far from conceited, but how can I be defeated? I hate it, turn my wrist on like I'm Ben 10. Rappers think they doing something, I'm not a fan. I told my dad today, he said it's all pretend. I got back in my bed, now I got no friends.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars from a copy my my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Got my heart no.
Heart no, but a bed. Break you in, then. Yeah, this every day. Got my heart no. Heart no, but a bed. Break you in, then. Yeah, this every day.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Plastic bars wanna copy my steel.